In my last video, I covered the bot problem taking over Murder Mystery 2. But the bots themselves are only half the story. The bigger question is why anyone would run thousands of accounts in the first place. The answer is money. Because once a virtual knife can be sold for cash, farming stops being a hobby and starts looking like a business. That is the hidden economy behind Roblox item farming. The reason becomes obvious when you search for Murder Mystery 2 items outside Roblox. Sites like eBay are filled with listings for godly knives, guns, as complete bundles. A buyer pays real money, joins the seller in Roblox, and receives the item through an in-game trade. That means every limited event creates a second economy. When a new update adds boxes, exclusive rewards, or items that will disappear later, those items become more valuable. The shorter the event, the more pressure there is to farm as much as possible before it ends. A normal player earns coins by completing rounds and exploring the map. A farming operation can run hundreds of accounts for hours, collect the same currency repeatedly, open boxes, and transfer anything valuable into seller accounts. The bots do not need to win. They only need to stay connected long enough to gather items. Players have reported accounts teleporting between coins, moving through walls, or repeating the same route. If one account gets nothing useful, it barely matters when hundreds more are doing the same thing. The real goal is producing items that can later be sold for cash. And Murder Mystery 2 is not the only game affected. Search for items from Adopt Me, Pet Simulator, or Grow a Garden, and you can find pets, currency, and rare rewards being sold through outside marketplaces. So who actually buys them? Usually it is someone who wants a rare item immediately and sees paying a few dollars as easier than grinding for days or relying on a mystery box. The seller gets real money, the buyer gets the item, and the game receives nothing from that transaction. That demand encourages more farming. More farming creates more bots. More bots increase the supply of rare items and can damage their value for legitimate traders. There is also a serious risk for buyers. Roblox cannot protect deals made outside its official systems. If a seller takes the payment, refuses to deliver, or uses the trade to steal an account, Roblox may not be able to reverse it. Yet these listings are still extremely easy to find. Roblox can ban a wave of bots, but operators can create new accounts, change their movement, and come back. Games can add stronger detection, trade limits, or new reward systems, but every restriction also affects real players. Make trading harder, and collectors complain. Make boxes harder to open, and normal players suffer. Remove valuable limited items, and part of the game's appeal disappears. This is why the problem is bigger than Murder Mystery 2. As long as a Roblox knife, pet, or currency can be exchanged for real money, somebody has a reason to produce it as cheaply and quickly as possible. The game becomes a factory. The bots become workers. The limited items become products. Murder Mystery 2 is simply showing what happens when that hidden economy becomes large enough to affect the game itself. A record-breaking player count normally looks like success. But if a large part of that number is made up of automated accounts, the same statistic can mean broken rounds, frustrated players, and a market being controlled by people who may not even play the game. So the next time a Roblox experience suddenly gains hundreds of thousands of players, the important question may not be how many accounts joined. It may be how many of them were actually people. Do you think Roblox can actually stop this, or has item farming already become too big to control? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next video.